So a generator is basically a bar of music that we've turned into a circle. So you have beats 1, 2, 3 and 4. You've got your play pause button here, so if I click that you can see the playhead going around and you pause it with the same button. Over to the right here we have all our instruments, and you've got 6 instruments that you can actually play with. If I click on them you can see that it takes the instrument to the outer circle, and the outer circle is where you actually create your music. And you do that by just tapping on the pad. It highlights the pad and you can see it's opened a window over here in which we've got all the different sounds and different notes. So if I click once it's going to start going through the notes. If I press play, let's just take a listen. It's the bass drum playing on the first beat of the bar. And so I can just keep going down, choose another pad and start developing my music. If I just keep clicking you can see there it goes, it's going through the pads, put my snare drum in. So after I've just created a basic drum pattern I can develop something to go with that. So if I just switch and put in my cymbals and it goes to the outside circle, and now again tap on the button and there's all my different types of cymbals, my closed hi-hat. So I click once. One thing, if you double click on a button it remembers the last note or sound that you put in there, so it's a very quick way in which you can develop your pattern by just double clicking. Okay, let's just pause this a moment and switch. And now I've got nothing in here, so I want to put a guitar in, so I'm going to switch my instrument, and here I can select from a number of different types of instruments. So I'm going to go guitar, acoustic guitar, and I can play it in a certain key. I'm going to go C major, okay that, and put my guitar in the outside circle, and here we have all my chords. So let's just develop this. So it's a strumming guitar, strum up and down. Okay, and maybe just complete this by putting the bass line in quickly with the root notes. So it's in C, so let's put C. The good thing about the bass, you've got long and short notes, so put combine long and short notes, so it gives me a quite a natural sort of feel. Okay, let's just pause that. So if I go in here at this point, if I wanted to I could also put in a loop to go with that. So instead of putting in another instrument, we've got a whole series of loops in here which we can add. So I want to put in some sort of percussion, so let's just see if I can find some sort of percussion in here. Go down, so you can see I've got all sorts of riffs and all sorts of things in there. Tambourines and shakers, that looks good. Let's put that in, and there you go, let's put it in that bar. Let's take a listen. So you can use that to enhance your music. So let me just have a look at the features that we have. We have a save option, so if I click on there you can either save the song as a loop, which you can save individual instruments out as loops, or you could save it out as a song, the entire song. You can also load up a song, an existing song that you've already created, or load up a tutorial. We have a whole series of step-by-step audio lessons that give you hints and tips about putting music together. And also degenerate, load up degenerate. Degenerate is really something that we're going to be building on, which is allowing you to rework an existing artist's track. Okay, so you'll find out a little bit more about that later on. And here's my volume button, so you can see I've got all the different levels of the volumes for the different instruments there, so I can bring the volume down for any particular instrument. There you go. And if I wanted to I could also mute it by just clicking on it's a good way to dynamically experiment with your music by just muting and then bringing the instruments back in again. Alright, pause that. Now one of the most important things to understand is that you've got lots of different bars in which you can create your music on. At the moment we're on bar 1, it's highlighted. I could turn on bar 2 by just clicking on it, and so if I press play, now you watch, it jumps across to bar 2, so back to bar 1. So as long as it's illuminated, that means that and it's playing, it's going to jump over to it. So what you can do is you can copy your music and then paste it on to the next bar. So I'm going to go to my paste options, and here I can make a choice about what I want to paste in. So I'm going to go bass and snare, cymbals, and let's go to the percussion. Okay that. And there you go, it's just those instruments are on that bar. And now if I put bar 1 back on, over to bar 2. Okay, and then pretty self-evident is your tempo button, so I can bring the tempo down by just clicking on that button there, and then take it back up, going that way. Alright, so they're the main features. You can also see, you can monitor, if you're in the switch section here, you can monitor what bar you're on. When you can't see the bars, this helps to let you know where you are, bar 1 and bar 2. And also, obviously it's telling us what the tempo is here. They're the major features that you have with a generator.